2026 meeting to order. Madam Clerk, please call roll.
Dr. Williams,
Present.
Mr. Payne,
Here.
Ms. Walker, Ms. McLaughlin, Ms. Cunningham,
Here.
Ms. Averett,
Here.
Mr. Graves.
Here. Next, we'll move to item 1.3, approval of the agenda.
Yes, sir, Mr. Graves. I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda as printed.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Payne, second by Ms. Aver to approve the agenda as presented. Any discussion on the motion? Any discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, please call for a vote.
Ms. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Payne,
Yes.
Ms. Averett,
Yes.
Dr. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Walker,
Yes.
Mr. Graves.
Yes. At this time, we'll have a moment of silence and pledge led by Dr. Williams.
Please stand. Join me in a moment of silence. For our pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next, we'll move to item 2.1, approval of minutes. These are the minutes from the July 16th, 2026 regular meeting and the July 28th, 2026 special called board meeting.
Chair, I make a motion that we approve the minutes as presented.
I second the motion.
Motion made by Ms. Cunningham, second by Dr. Williams to approve the minutes that has been presented. Any discussion on the motion? Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, please call for a vote.
Ms. Averett,
Yes.
Mr. Payne,
Yes.
Dr. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Walker,
Yes.
Ms. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Graves.
Yes. Next, we move to item 3.1, public may address the board. Do we have any?
No, sir.
All right. Next, we move to item 4.1, local plan for education of the gifted. And I'll turn it over to Dr. Jordan.
Good evening, Chair Graves,
Good evening.
Vice Chair Cunningham, members of the school board, and Superintendent Harrison. This evening, I will highlight our division's efforts on the gifted best practices recognized in our gifted plan, as well as an update on our efforts to address the recommendations we received when our plan was last reviewed by the VDOE. For 26-27, the division will continue to ensure that our students have access to advanced course offerings, which is one of the gifted best practices that are highlighted in our current gifted plan. When this presentation was created in July, 29% of the enrollment at Activate, Bonner, Galileo, GW, and Westwood were advanced courses ranging from honors to dual enrollment. This does not include the 97 students who are participating in AET, early college, or Governor School, because at that time we were still updating Power School to list those schools as separate programs within our Power School platform. But there are 97 students in those programs, and so their dual enrollment will be reflected in any additional updates in the future. Our plan continues to highlight the division's commitment to provide identification that uses universal screening. Universal screening is the opportunity for a student to be considered for gifted identification and services without the need of a referral. At grades 2 and 5, we use the COGAT to identify students' strengths based on their intellect. And at grades 3 through 12, we begin to use the SOL data to help identify students based on their academic strength. Because of our use of SOL data, we were able to increase our identification for students in specific academic aptitude to 91 as of July 20th, 2026. In addition to our efforts to identify students, we are more intentional in tracking students who are not yet met our criteria for identification but still perform well above their peers in their current school building. And at the elementary level for grades 3 through 5, our 4 gifted resource teachers are intentional in providing talent development for those students in hopes that at our next time for a universal screener, they will meet the identification criteria. Our plan will continue to highlight the best practice of having a variety of service options. At the elementary level, our students receive consultative services, and that is when the gifted resource teacher works with the classroom teacher to provide strategies for classroom differentiation. Again, we have talent development, developing the talent and potential of students who have yet to be identified, and we'll continue to do our pull-out enrichment for our students who are currently identified. At middle school, we will continue with enrollment in honors classes, as well as offering enrollment in high school courses. And at high school, we'll continue to have advanced programming with honors AP, dual enrollment in IB, as well as our specialized programs, early college, AET, and Governor School. For 26-27, we will continue to focus on the recommendations that we received from the VDOE in 5 key areas. They're listed here. For curriculum, last year we started with a HQIM implementation for our gifted resource teachers at elementary using Think Law and the PETS curriculum. This year for middle school honors ELA classes, we're going to use Jacob's Ladder to help to support and supplement some of the My Perspective HQM activities so that they can have more text alignment activities to do in the classroom. We will also make sure that our teachers have access to enrichment support within our DEX platform. For professional development, this year, Ms. Simmons and I, who is our EL coordinator, we're going to provide sessions to classroom teachers to focus on differentiation strategies that are well for gifted students as well as EL students. For our high school students, high school teachers, we're going to make sure that for their AP instruction, they're going to have monthly virtual sessions that we're going to focus on the key College Board skills that we need to focus on to make sure that our AP scores continue to improve, primarily making sure that our teachers are offering students the opportunity to take free response test questions. And as with previous years, I'm available to go to any school that the principal wants me to meet with PLCs to help their staff have presentations on addressing questioning and effective differentiation for gifted students. We want to make sure that we're focusing on communication, so we're going to update our website to provide a quarterly newsletter to parents, as well as using robocalls to make sure that our families are aware, again, of that universal screening opportunity. Because they don't have to wait for a referral, we're going to make sure that we're giving everyone those assessments. We're going to increase our data monitoring by making sure that our AP tracker is tracking what our teachers are doing that are directly linked to performance on the AP exam. And again, that's the free response questioning. And then our gifted teachers at the elementary level will continue to turn in a monthly service report. Well, not continue, they're going to start turning in a monthly service report. And then for identification, we have made great strides in the areas of GIA and SAA. However, for career technical and for visual performing arts, that is areas that we need to grow in. So we're going to work with our gifted advisory board to create profiles that can begin to help us figure out how we will identify those talents in Danville. So our gifted plan for Danville Public Schools aligns to our division strategic plan. It demonstrates that gifted education in Danville is not a separate initiative, but it is a key strategy for advancing the broader vision of Danville Public Schools to cultivate excellence for all students. We align to Goal Area 1 because the gifted education plan advances student proficiency, achievement, and acceleration by providing learning opportunities that deepen, broaden, and extend the standard curriculum. We align to Goal Area 4 because the Gifted Education Plan strengthens family communication partnerships through engagement that allows the family to be an active component of the identification process. And we align to Goal Area 5 because the Gifted Education Plan supports communication by promoting transparency to stakeholders regarding the identification and services of gifted students. Are there any questions?
Any questions? Any questions? Ms. Walker?
Thank you for that presentation. Just wanted to ask, is the only time for a student to have enrollment is the beginning of the year to be, seen as gifted? Is there a possibility throughout the year or just?
Yes, ma'am. So one thing we don't want a referral to hinder anyone. So again, this summer I did look at all of our previous year SOL data, and any student who had a 550 or higher on their SOL score, they were automatically identified without the parent having to do anything. In October, we'll begin doing our CIGAT screening for grade 5, but let's say a third grade family came in and the classroom teacher or anyone said, hey, we really need to look at this student. We do wait until we're doing the screening in October to not interfere so much testing with instruction, so we would then test that student at that time during the same window so the platform's open the whole time. So throughout the year when families have a concern or they feel that their student has some potential to be identified, we will review their data and then screen them at our next window.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Any
Thank
others?
you.
Any others? Thank you, Dr. Jordan.
Thank you.
Next, we'll move to item 5.1, Governance Committee Update, and I'll turn it over to Ms. Avery.
Thank you, Chair Graves. Governance Committee met on July 16th at 4 p.m. In attendance were Ms. Averett, Ms. Cunningham, Ms. Walker, and Dr. Hairston. Topics were discussed for updates to be made to the creation of the Board Governance Manual. Those topics included election, board member and candidate election rules, political activities, student representatives, as well as agenda development, board staff communication, communication with media, required board member training, and scheduling events at school facilities. Dr. Hairston was tasked with updating those topics and will present that to the committee at the next meeting, which is scheduled for August 27th at 4 p.m.
Thank you, Ms. Averett. Any questions? Any questions? Hearing none, we'll move to item 6.1, Personnel Recommendations. I'll turn it over to Ms. Wimberly.
Good evening, Chairman Graves, Vice Chair Cunningham, Dr. Hairston, and members of the board. You've been presented with personnel recommendations for your review, consideration, and approval. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions? Any questions? This is an action item.
Mr. Chair, I move that approve the personnel recommendations as presented.
Second.
Motion made by Dr. Williams, second by Mr. Payne to approve the recommendation as presented. Any discussion? Any discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, please call for a vote.
Dr. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Payne,
Yes.
Ms. Walker,
Yes.
Ms. Averett,
Yes.
Mr. Graves.
Yes. Next, we'll move to item 6.2, Employee Code of Professionalism.
I'm presenting the Employee Code of Professionalism for your approval. This year, we didn't make any changes to the Employee Code of Professionalism. We did change in our handbook. We just fleshed out a little bit on our acceptable usage policy. We included the regulation for that, search and seizure, and then language in our dress code. And the Employee Code of Professionalism is derived from school board policy to show our teachers, staff, administrators, how they're supposed to interact with with other members and the community at large and our students. And I present this presentation for your approval.
Any questions? Any questions? This is an action item.
Mr.
Chair, I
Chair,
make a motion that we approve the Employee Code of Professionalism as presented.
a second.
Motion made by Ms. Cunningham, second by Dr. Williams. Any discussion on the motion? Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, please call for a vote.
Dr. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Payne,
Yes.
Ms. Averett,
Yes.
Ms. Walker, Mr. Graves.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll move to item 7.1, Amendment to Fiscal Year 26-27 Budget. Turn it over to Ms. Gillis.
Good evening, Chairman Graves,
Good
Vice
evening.
Chair Cunningham, Dr. Harrison, and members of the board. It is with great pleasure that I am here tonight to present our amended budget for 26-27. So I'm going to reiterate our budget update from our last meeting. On June 29th, the Virginia State budget became law. The budget had adjustments to the previously proposed budget, including funding for an additional 2% salary increase for a total of a 4% salary increase for SOQ funded positions in fiscal year 26-27. Additionally, the 2% previously proposed bonus was changed to a flat bonus amount. In addition, we have received updated allocations for grant funding since we did our proposed budget back in the spring. So on August 4th, a couple of days ago, the Danville City Council approved the DPS request for an additional $824,000 to fund the additional 2% salary increase for locally funded and non-SOQ positions. This will provide a total 4% salary increase, including the step increase, and a $1,200 bonus for eligible employees. The bonus will be prorated for part-time employees. The salary increase will be effective on August 14th, on the August 14th paycheck for weekly paid employees, and on the August 31st paycheck for monthly paid employees. Retro pay will also be included in those paychecks as well for eligible employees. And the bonus will be paid out on September 18th, 2026. Here is a snapshot of our total proposed budget. The first column you see is how we adopted our budget back in June. And the second column is our amended budget. As you can see, we have additional funds from the state of Virginia to fund the additional salary increase. In addition to that, we got the $124,000 from the city of Danville. In addition, we also have $942,000 in additional grant funding that was based on the allocations that we received since we did our proposed budget. And we had a small increase in school nutrition for the salary increases as well. Here you have a breakdown by the function code, which we are, how we adopt our budget. As you can see, most of our funds are in the instructional services account, instructional services account, which is $84.8 million of the $125.8 million budget. We are respectfully requesting the board approval of the amended 26-27 budget based on the presented funding updates.
Thank you, Ms. Gillis. Any questions? Any questions? Hearing none, this is an action item.
Mr. Chair, I make the motion that we approve the revision of the amendment to the budget for 26-27.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Aver, second by Mr. Payne to approve the amendment to fiscal year 26-27 budget. Any discussion on the motion? Any discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, please call for vote.
Mr. Payne,
Yes.
Ms. Averett,
Yes.
Dr. Williams,
Yes.
Ms. Walker,
Yes.
Ms. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Graves.
Yes, thank you. Awesome, thank you. Next, we move to item 8.1, board request for information for future agenda items. Dr. Williams,
An update just on some of the progress for the board-led initiatives.
hit your mic.
Board-led initiatives, yes.
Any others? Mr. Payne?
Yes, Mr. Graves. Dr. Harris, if we could get a report on the class size for the upcoming, with this academic year,
Certainly.
the senior class. Thank you.
Did you say all class or senior class?
Just the senior class.
Senior class, okay.
Any others? Any others? All right. Just one quick announcement before we leave. The Edmonds Brothers, sponsored by Danville Toyota, will be hosting the E-Boys Girls Flag Football Kickoff Jamboree on Monday, August 10th from 4:30 to 7 p.m. at Bonner Middle School. And this evening, Dr. Harrison and Vice Chair Cunningham both will be participating in an event with Cherry Stone. Would you like to share any additional information on that? All right. With that being said, meeting adjourned. Thank you.